First of all, I guess thank you for letting me choose, I suppose.
You're welcome.
uh,
Bar City, the place to be. Life's a madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show.
Welcome back to Barf City, episode 75. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
So, how was your weekday weekend?
My weekday weekend.
Yep. So, I'm calling it your weekday weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I actually kind of, for the first time out of, I guess because I'm getting a bit more used to my schedule, I kind of was a little bored. I didn't really know what to do. I was kind of like sitting around, and that was with me working an extra day in the middle of it. So an extra shift. Like I was sitting around
Eh,
like I don't even know what to do. Like I kind of got everything done I needed to get done like in the first day, and then I
yeah.
was because I'm used to doing that, and then the rest of the week I was just like sitting there playing around on my computer watching shows, and I kind of got tired of watching stuff after a while, so I was just kind of fiddling around. I'm like I don't even know what to do. So,
Yeah, so far this weekend for me, my in-laws came down, got the truck, which I haven't got to drive it yet because the wife was parked behind it, and then she went to work, and I was in here with my in-laws, chit-chatting with them, and then when she came home from her lunch break, she parked behind her mom and dad, or somewhere. She parked somewhere, but wasn't behind the truck, so she could take the truck herself. So she's the first one of those two to actually get to drive it since we got it.
yeah.
She's driven it before, so technically she's already been the first of us to drive it. But I'm like, it's my truck. Why? And my mother-in-law's like, no, y'all's married, so it's your truck. I'm like, but I had to have something to myself. And then earlier played some about 2 hours of tabletop with my roommate and my buddy, and me and my roommate just started. We're trying to get through the Neo Saban era of Power Rangers. So when Saban re bought it back from Disney,
Yeah.
and we're finally got six more episodes. We took a hiatus from it. We got six more episodes of Super Samurai left,
Yeah.
and it's just like, because like part of it makes part of me like happier that I didn't get the role as the Green Samurai Ranger,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I still like salty about it. I'm still kind of a salty bitch on that one. Uh, but the way they treat Green Ranger with his lines and shit, I'm like, mm, yeah, yeah, as much as I'm like that would have actually solidified me to want to be an actor even more. I don't know if I want to deal with those lines he's been doing. Like, hmm, he's because they kind of make him more of a joke character half the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. I don't know. I'm like, I'm kind of glad I missed that. I
Yeah.
dodged that bullet. So I can never say I was an official Power Rangers. I mean Power Ranger. I mean I've been Fan Project Ranger. I'm the Gold Evil Ranger in one, and then the voice of the White Brachiosaurus in another. Uh, but I was like, I still can't say I'm an official Ranger. Fuckers. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's slightly annoying, but at the same time, I dodged a bullet. It's like a half. I don't know how you'd explain that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I get where you're coming from.
And yeah, that's pretty much been my weekend. Spend time with the in-laws and hang out with friends.
I'm finally not half dead for the first time in a
Yeah.
while on the podcast. I'm a little bit,
I
don't get me wrong, I'm still tired, but I'm a little bit more awake this time
You're
around.
getting more
So,
used to the schedule and doing
yeah.
this. Yeah, with I don't really do the overtime now right now. So that Friday's gonna start is gonna kill me for a while until I get used to it. Like working till 8 p.m. is one thing, but
Yeah.
coming in at noon and working till midnight, that that threw my whole day off today. Like I almost didn't want to wake the fuck up. I was so exhausted because I got home that night. I stayed up until like 2 in the morning watching Power Rangers with my roommate,
Yeah.
and then went to bed. Ooh, I can't stop yawning all of a sudden. And
You're talking
went
about
to
being
bed.
tired and it's making you tired.
Yeah. And then fuck. And so I went to bed, woke up at 8 o'clock like normal, and then was just doing stuff, just doing, spending time with people and everything. And then I was just out. Like it was about 10:30, almost 11 o'clock last night, and I was like, I was telling my wife where she was starting getting ready for bed. I was like, probably gonna stay up that way I can actually enjoy me some like me time, play some games or whatever. And I was sitting here, yeah, about ready to do my thing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm about to pass the fuck out. No, maybe I should just go to bed, or I'm gonna play a video and get woke up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just sitting on the edge of my bed couch, just bent over, dangling, just because leaning. I would because when I'm watching shows or something, I'm typically leaning forwards.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do that. Like I can't just like stay laying back and relax and watching a show. But if I really get into something, I lean forward. So when I pass out, like I'm hunched over.
Yeah, I guess it's fair to say it depends on what I'm like sitting on versus watching on, I guess, for me. So
Yeah. Well, if
on
I
how
was like,
what position I lay in or sit in, I guess.
yeah, like if I'm in a recliner, that's different.
Yeah.
And or if I could recline this couch, but the couch legs are not that good. And we're like how we have our coffee table, it's more on my side. So because my wife still uses the leg of the on her end because they're both recliner ends.
Yeah.
But I can't use my recliner because of the table and this side are kind of not the best recliner legs. So it's like whatever. I kind of really want to get a big old sectional and then get me a recliner chair to put in the middle of them. I don't know. I just like recliners, Get me a big old comfortable recliner, just relax.
But the thing about recliners is when I'm in them, they're comfortable. But when I'm not, they're a bit too bulky for my liking. And I guess
Yeah,
it depends on how much space I have. It's fair to say because I did have that one recliner that my kids destroyed years ago. And I it was I didn't have that much furniture in my living room, so it worked out okay. But yeah, if it would have been like if I would have had a setup in my living room, it would have been a little annoying it being in the way. But like I said, when I sit in them though, it is really I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice.
yeah. Part of me just wants to get a small recliner and put in the corner on my right side and have it come around in this back wall where we sit on in front of the TV. Just be like, hey,
Yeah,
babe, why don't we just get two big recliners, just push it with the table in between the like coffee table in between them, and have our side tables on the other side, and that be our sitting arrangement, kind of like Joey and Chandler did.
yeah, yeah. That was essentially their couch. Yeah, just
Yeah,
those two recliners sitting by side. Yeah,
yeah, because they had a couch to their right
yeah,
for everyone else in it, but they had the recliners in the middle.
right. For the TV watching. Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
And like I kind of want to do that sometime.
yeah,
I doubt she'd go for it though.
yeah. That's more of a single person setup, I think. So single people.
Yeah. But there are those recliners where you can like change their shape and like make them put all the pieces in the middle where you can make it just basically a big old bed.
Yeah,
I also kind of want to get another idea like to have one of those because if I have guests, they can just shift the couch into the bed and sleep on the bed and then not deal with a pull-out couch. I don't want to deal with a pull-out couch.
yeah. They're yeah,
They're
they're kind of a
nice,
pain.
but yeah, they're kind of a pain.
Still probably better than a Tufan though. Those things are extremely uncomfortable.
Oh,
I
futons.
don't even I don't even know who invented that thing, but they
Uh,
yeah
well, it
they
depends because
they
you can get
definitely weren't thinking about comfortability for sure.
yeah, they're thinking about
Yeah,
functionality.
like practicality. Yeah,
Yeah. You can get ac- uh aftermarket like I'm talking about a car. Uh futon mattresses that are actually more like memory foam and shit.
yeah,
And now I think they have high-end futons that are way more comfortable than they used to be.
yeah. They probably have gotten better over the years. That was just the last time I sat on one. I think I was like a young teenager because my sister had one, and it was oh
Hmm.
God, she slept on that thing. I don't know how she did that. So
Last time I had a futon was when I stayed with a few friends of mine,
yeah,
and how we technically made my room is we bought some like standing curtains and blocked off
yeah,
a section of their living room that they weren't using and put a futon in there.
yeah.
So I was technically sleeping in the living room, but behind a big old curtain. That was my privacy, my room.
Wow.
When you're sleeping on people's couches, technically, I mean, you kind of deal with what you get.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there. So I lived with my sister for well over a year, and yeah, going to the bathroom was the only time of the day I actually ever had privacy there. So
Mm. But yeah, like you can't bring a girl home when your bedroom's a curtain in the living
no, can't do that.
room.
No late night random masturbation moments either.
No, no. Yeah. Luckily though, the girls I was quote unquote getting with at the time had their own places and their own rooms at their parents' house because
Yeah.
I was only 18, so no one that I dated was like,
Oh,
except
excuse me.
for one person, which I dated her for 3 months and I was living in her house, was older than me. Like they were my age or
Yeah.
a year younger, year or two younger. Because like the girls that well, some of the girls I dated was dating were while I was dating them before I even turned 18.
Yeah.
And the one girl, of course, is the 45-year-old I dated. Like, so it was always awkward dating people in that time because it was either like short time dating, like maybe a month or a couple weeks. It wasn't really much of anything, kind of quick little fling and then done. Of course, you can't really get away with that nowadays. Like, dating scene has really changed.
Yeah.
And people, because like I get it, like a lot of people like one night because it's either like one night stand or relationship. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Feels like anymore. Because if it goes on more than a one night stand, things get a little awkward because nowadays I don't think people can like actually. A lot of people have have bad skills that actually have a relationship. So like, oh, we've been doing a thing. We've been, every once in a while hooking up for a couple weeks, and then the emotional gets messy. So I'm really glad I'm out of the dating scene. I'm happily be married and out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's either you don't get none, you're only wanting it for a booty call, or you have a relationship, but is it actually a relationship half the time anymore? Because you always got to question, like, because cheating is becoming so, it's almost becoming normal. You know what I mean? Which is stupid.
Yeah.
And I feel, call me old fashioned, but I'm not. 'Cause like, I had multiple girlfriends. I've done a tried relationship. I mean, it never went to full on polyamory.
Yeah.
Um, and sometimes you just go back to plain vanilla. That's how I mean, that's how I did. I tried all the flavors, and I'm like, you know what? Vanilla's for me. uh,
Vanilla's for me.
even though vanilla ice cream is the ice cream I like the least, because like I can't really eat vanilla ice cream unless I have something with it, a topping or whatever. Now, if I don't have no toppings, it's the only ice cream. Yeah, I'll eat it, but not my favorite. Because you
I
really,
like vanilla ice cream, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Yeah. So,
but where was I going with this? I made a metaphor. Now I screwed myself up. But it's just like from what I hear about people's relationships and even my friend groups and stuff, I'm like, things are weird and cheating's becoming quite common. Like at that point, just have a fucking poly relationship. Like, sheesh. You can't if you're the type, because I've heard so many people, my friends group tell me like, oh, they told me it's because they just can't be tied down. They're just not the type of person. Like, why not just try to be poly and find people that are like you that, or find someone that's in an open relationship. Like, why straight up cheat?
yeah. I actually had somebody tell me, and this was an older guy too. Like, I don't know his exact age, but he's definitely way older than me. Uh, yeah, he told me one time that which he's a conspiracy theorist. But
Ah,
he told me one time that he said that that no one can keep not cheat on their partner. Like if you try to stay committed to your partner, you're gonna eventually cheat on them. That's what he told me. He said it's impossible to do that.
I've done it for 12 years.
That's what I told him. He didn't believe. I was just like, well, I was married for a little over 7 years, and I never cheated on my spouse. And he looked at me like he didn't believe me. So
My response would be like, dude, who hurt you?
yeah, no kidding.
Like, either you just
He
have
just
so much
gave up on that
emotional,
concept. Yeah,
yeah, either you just have so much emotional pain because every woman you got with cheated on you, or guy, I don't want to, I don't want to,
yeah,
yeah. Or you're only saying that because you're a cheater. Like, and if every person you've ever been with is a cheater, what does it say about you? Like, are you the problem? Are you just horrible relationships that drive everyone away?
yeah.
Like, dog,
Honestly,
like,
I'd probably think that I'd be one of the people that would like realize that almost immediately. If every relationship I was in, they always cheated on me. I'm like, crap. But what's wrong with me? Everybody keeps
well,
cheating
yeah,
on me.
like I'll almost
I'm the problem.
a good chunk of my relationships have ended because of cheating.
Yeah.
And I looking back, yeah, it's because I was a fucking dick, and every woman I chose were just as fucking liars and with baggage as I was. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't choosing the right people to date for one, and I wasn't the right person to date. So like some shit had to change here.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, if everyone you're with is cheating on you, you have to look at yourself because either you just have the worst, worst type, or dog, something wrong with you. Like that's how it goes. Like, and if you, ah, someone saying that just kind of irritates the piss out of me.
Oh yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that was. I couldn't even believe my ears when he said that. I was like, "What?" I was like, "You don't believe that people can not cheat on each other?"
like,
I guess because he thought that everyone should just be in a open relationship or poly relationship or whatever. Like he thought that that was the way to be. I guess is what he was trying to insinuate. So, and
I
it's
know there's,
impossible not to do that. Like,
yeah.
so-
It's almost like people that are saying that humans were never meant to just be with one person.
yeah, or maybe he was trying to insinuate you just shouldn't be tied down to someone that long. Like have short relationship, and then you're gonna have to just move on to the
It
next
almost
person.
sounds like you're talking that you were talking. It almost sounds like you were talking to my real dad.
Is that what he thought?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, when I first got with my wife, I was telling him how happy I was in the relationship, and he's like, "Oh, son, you're still." Because it's one of the few times I tried to actually have a relationship with my real dad. I've only tried it 3 times. After the third time, I was done with his ass. Um, and he was like, "Oh no, you're still young. You're just turned 21. You shouldn't settle down. You should go fuck everything you can and do this." I'm like, the fuck? That's not advice you give your child.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, well, technically, I've already done that because, like, before I met my wife, I had just flings, no relationships.
Yeah.
So I've already tried that flavor. Like, I'm done with that life. Uh, and that motherfucker should still be in jail, but fucking COVID now he's because it caused him to be out. That's a whole different topic for another time. I'm not getting on that in the podcast. I've talked about a lot of things in my life, but that man is not much. One of them I talk about a lot.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I have no desire to talk about my dad, so
Ugh.
I will say my dad never told me that though. I would be shocked if he would have said something. I'd be like, what?
Hey, what? Uh,
So anything else you did this weekend besides watch Power Rangers, Super Sentai, whatever?
pretty much that. I watched some stupid videos with my mother-in-law because when they come down, I'm awkward when people are at my house,
Yeah.
even if they're family. Because like I feel like if I started playing a game or doing what I normally do on a daily basis, when like especially because on the week, especially on the weekends, my wife's going to work, so I'm left here just with them, and I'm like, because normally I play a video game or I watch what I want to watch on YouTube or one of my shows or whatever. But when someone else is here, I feel awkward. I'm like, I don't want to just watch my stuff, like, but I don't know what to do if they don't know what to do, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that would. Yeah.
so half the time I just end up putting on like idiots in cars or instant karma videos, or because my father-in-law is a slight gearhead, I'll put on some car stuff that I like too.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, it's fine. I'm just gonna sit here and read on my phone because she's got her audiobooks or whatever on the phone.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, but I still feel awkward.
yeah.
As you know how I
I
get.
don't.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say I don't think I've ever attempted to try to watch a streaming show just in a general group of people in the room before. Like, I mean, I have on my phone or something, but not like on the TV.
Yeah,
Uh, but I do remember. I mean, I remember what it was like back in the day when you watch TV like on cable or whatever. And yeah, it's sort of the same thing that you said. I always put it on something sort of general that I feel
yeah,
like everyone kind of enjoys or at least semi enjoys. So
yeah. Kind of background.
yeah,
You know how I am, like when at work, when it's I'm working with another person, how I'll like be quiet and awkward for so long, and then I'll have to try and talk because I've told you countless times, like I feel like a horrible person if I ignore someone else that's in the room with me,
yeah,
and like so it's really gets awkward at work or at home, and it's not something that's naturally in the house. Like my roommates, they can walk through whatever. They'll say something to me, I'll pause it real quick. Okay, cool. Because I'm used to them in the space. But if you're someone that is not naturally in my space, I get awkward,
yeah,
even if I've known you for years. Like when my buddy Michael came down, that was fine, him and his wives. Uh, because me and him was playing games together while his
yeah,
wives and my wife were chit-chatting, hanging out, and talking. That's a little different. But when it's someone that's they're sitting there, they don't have a video game to play with me or whatever. I'm like, "Mm, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you want to do?
I
I
kind of feel
basically,
bad if I'm actively aware of the fact that we're both just sitting there quietly. But my
yeah,
my problem is I daydream too easily. So even if we're sitting there in silence, before I know it, I'm off in La La Land and I'm not even aware anymore that we're both just sitting there silent. So
yeah,
that's my problem. Either that or I'm playing on my phone and I'm not thinking about it. One or the other is happening there. So, but yeah, if I'm thinking about it, yeah, I do kind of feel bad or feel at least a little awkward about it. I'm like, yeah, neither one of us are saying anything to each other. It's kind of weird. So,
yeah, yeah. I don't know why I tend to like unless it's like again with certain friends who I already know what we are gonna do most likely because we've done it. That's how we always do it.
yeah,
I'm very like hesitant on the like, hey, let's do this. So I'm like, I'm gonna see what the guest wants to do because they're my guests.
yeah,
And if they don't say anything, they just sit there, and I become awkward. Like now I have to think of something to do. But what if what I think what I'm in the mood to do right now is not something they're in the mood to do? And that's why when I first met you, who was awkward about talking to people you don't know, made me feel awkward in the guard shack because you wouldn't strike and have a conversation, and I'm like, I don't know this guy. I don't know what to talk about with this guy. Like, what am I supposed to do here? So I just
yeah.
literally started to like slowly listen to whatever, pay attention to whatever you were doing to try to get any little like hint of what the fuck to talk to you about.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember constantly feeling awkward around you when we first started working together because you kept actively trying to talk to me all the time and I was just like, uh-huh. I was like,
That
I
was
don't know what to say to you,
yeah,
but that
that
was
was
yeah.
that was me trying to get over my.
Yeah. I was just like you were like sometimes you would randomly ask me like, what are you working on or what are you doing today or what are you watching or something like that. And I'd be like, oh, just watching random shows or whatever it was I was watching at the time. And
Or
I'll
you were
bounce
beyond.
around.
I think a lot of it you were reading Reddit posts and shit too.
Yeah, I did do that a lot. Sometimes I'd pull up, well, not actually, it wasn't really Reddit at the time. I hadn't quite become a Reddit addiction yet. But I did read a lot of, what the heck was it, what I was reading on
I
there?
can't remember.
I would, because I had wireless earphones, and sometimes I would need them to let them charge for a little while. Because I also used them when I went and did rounds to listen to music. So I would put them on the charger, but I didn't want to like listen to something with the other person in the guard check because I felt like that would be kind of inconsiderate. So
Yeah.
I would just sit there and pull up something to read. But now, for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. Uh, yeah,
You
it
told me
wasn't.
at one point, and then I started asking you, hey, anything interesting on whatever? And you'd be like,
Now I
yeah.
did sometimes, not all the time though, but I did sometimes randomly read at that time people's online short stories and stuff like that. I read a lot of stuff like that, but I wouldn't say that was an all the time thing though. So it was probably something else I was reading or at least looking at. So because I'd go on the whatever that name of that website is and read like a lot of people's short stories. So
Yeah.
which is sometimes what it feels like to be on Reddit. It kind of feels like you're reading a bunch of people's short stories, except it's, well, theoretically real stories, assuming that they're not making it
Not
up.
lying, yeah.
So, yeah. As far as I know, yeah, the person's not making it up kind of thing. So,
Yeah, it's just you never know, but you just gotta roll with it. Hope.
yeah. If it sounds like a believable, my approach is if the story sounds believable and logical, I have no reason to, especially if I don't know the person, I have no reason to not believe them. So I just assume that they're telling the truth. I mean, why would I just be like, oh, I bet you're lying? But
Right.
but I also know how people are online. Some people will make up stuff just to post something for attention or whatever.
Like, and I mean, if you really want to lie, like you can really, especially on the internet, come up with a good way to make it sound real.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people like to, like see other people's lives and go online like they done it too. And since they watch somebody do it, they know what all it's about, stuff. They just kind of regurgitate.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen. And so
So
if you got thrown, and it was if you like were about to get thrown into any type of apocalypse scenario, and
uh,
like say some godly being, it's like, hey, for your punishment for whatever, I'm throwing you into a world that's apocalypse, but I'll allow you to choose because I'm a nice guy. What kind of apocalypse scenario would you choose to be
first of all, I guess thank you for letting me choose, I suppose.
in? You're welcome.
uh I don't know. I'd probably choose a world where the green slimes have taken over,
Green
and
slime.
yeah, and everywhere you go, you have to fight green slimes. Every time you leave your house, you got to fight green slimes because they're like waiting right outside your door.
So they can't get in your house, but unless you have the door.
Right, can't get in your house as long as you're, well, unless one already got in. Uh, but yeah, as long as you don't let them in and they're not in your house, then you're good. But yeah, as soon as you walk outside, they're like standing out there waiting on you.
Why that one?
I don't know. That's just the first thing that popped in my head. That just shows how my brain works.
But the thing is, also you have to calculate what kind of versions of slime. 'Cause some versions have slimes where when they get you, they immediately start uh, dissolving you. One iteration of slimes, they're attracted to your breathing, so they will jump at your face and suffocate you.
Yeah. Probably none like that. Yeah. So just
I think of these scenarios. Of course, I got that one friend I was telling you about that sends us all these random "What would you do in this situation?" question.
yeah. Oh, I know how you are. You've always done that. It was pretty much as far back as since I've known you. You ask random
Hmm.
questions like that. Like,
Because
so,
I'm
and I
always
always know when
thinking
it's
like
coming too,
these.
because you're always like, so I've been dating. I'm like, okay, here we go.
So,
Here we go.
uh, just my brain constantly thinks of what ifs and how what would I do in this case scenario? Probably what also makes me a good writer, storyteller too. And that's why these tabletops are so easy to make for me.
I mean, I could think of weird scenarios too. I just don't think of and start asking people randomly.
Are you in
But
your bathroom?
no, I'm in the kitchen. Why does it
Okay.
sound? Do I sound echoey or something?
Yeah.
My bad.
My first thought was the bathroom
I was
because
getting.
you've used the bathroom on this podcast before.
Yeah. No, I ain't gotta go to bed. I was just getting something to drink. So.
That is the advantage of recording these like we do and on laptops because like we need to go get a drink or something real quick. We just carry the laptop with us.
Yeah. Actually, I got my wireless headphones on, so I just left my laptop sitting.
Ah. Yeah, I need to get me a pair of wireless ones, but right now I just got wired.
Yeah.
Wired.
I was a little hesitant to use them when I first got them, but when I tested it out off the podcast, I tested both headsets, and I don't know, I felt like these sounded a little better, so I was like, I think I'll just use these from now on.
Yeah, which
Like
funny is
the
you can actually tell when you're getting farther away though with them because you start getting like it almost sounds distant, like you're yelling towards your computer. You'll hear it when you do editing. It's kind of cool. Thought I knew
hmm,
you were leaving your laptop.
yeah, but yeah, to me these sound a little better. But it's also fair to say those headphones that I was using are kind of worn out now. If they were
Yeah.
in better shape, they probably would sound a little better. But yeah, they're pretty worn out. So I've had them for I don't know how long, but a while. So that's it.
Yeah, I could probably if I hooked up my mic, it'd probably be better. Like I could hook the headset to the mic and hear you to the headset and then use
Yeah.
the mic to speak.
Yeah. Now the mic on my computer, like the actual mic on there, it
Hmm.
sounds really good, but I just don't use it because of background noise. I'm worried it'll pick too much of it up. So
Yeah,
if I
I
was in
well,
a area where I could like have the door shut and not be around anybody or pick up too much noise, then I would use it because it does sound a lot better. So
well, my roommate bought me, and I need to at some point set it up. I feel horrible for not setting it up,
yeah.
and it's a condenser microphone.
Yeah. Yeah, I need one too. I've been uh, planning on eventually buying one. So
Yeah, he bought me one, and I keep forgetting to hook it up, and I'm like every time I'm like, damn it, I feel like shit for not getting it set up. But at the same time, I'm using a laptop and I have to move it, so I have to unhook it every time. I
yeah.
might wait until I can get my desktop stuff set up in a good desktop area, so I could actually just like leave it there and leave it set up. That way I don't have to mess with it. But I mean, eventually I'm just gonna start being more of a PC gamer. I don't think I'm going to go into next gen consoles.
Yeah. I feel the same way. This as time goes on, more and more, I've just embraced PC gaming more and more. So it's just easier. So
Well, not only that, it's just with the prices of things being the way they are, with tariffs and this and that,
yeah,
I'm just also you can get better games on PC because there's so many indie games and
yeah,
so many games that I actually want to play that are on PC only.
yeah.
But there is a game that I'm looking forward to this year, and it's called Light No Fire. And it's from the creators of No Man's Sky.
Yes, I've actually, as soon as you said that title, it jumped out to me. I'm like, that title sounds so familiar. I actually have that on my wish list. Yeah.
Oh my God, have you did you see how the map's going to be?
I did, I watched something about it, but I can't
The
really
tr
remember.
It's
My
a
brain's
one,
drawing a blank.
bro. It's going to be a because you know how they made how big No Man's Sky was, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But since this is a fantasy style game instead of a space game, it's only
yeah,
on one planet. But they're doing a oh my God, they are doing a 1-to-1 ratio of the size of the Earth.
yeah.
Like you'll literally go around and come back up. Like I'm so fucking giddy about it. Plus, you can be multiple different races. There's a badger race, a frog race, which I'll probably be the frog. My wife says she wants to be the badger. Uh, because she's a Hufflepuff. So, and their emblem's a badger. Uh, but there's no snake or reptilian race, so frog's the closest for me, and I'm a Slytherin. Um,
Wow.
but there's an elvish race, a human race, different animal races, and a antlered race, a race that has antlers. You can fly a giant, you can ride a giant hummingbird, dragon. Like, oh, this is me. This is me game. Yes.
Yeah, I discovered it, which of course I already knew what No Man's Sky was. But on the, I think it was on the Daggerfall subreddit, they were talking about, there were people were like, "Oh, are there any other games out there with real big maps like Daggerfall that kind of are like the game?" And they were like, "Well, they talked about, they were like, as of right now, not really, but they talked about some upcoming games, of course, the Wayward Realms, which I'm waiting on."
Yeah.
And but then they also mentioned that one too, and I was like, they're like, it's from the same creators that made No Man's Sky, and I was like, oh really? So I looked into it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this looks interesting. So I added it to my wish list.
And I love how their trailer is literally just snippets of their multiplayer testing. That's all it is their snippets of their multiplayer testing.
Oh man.
Just edited to look like a nice video montage. Like you can, yeah, I don't know. It got me giddy, dude. Like when a game like this starts to come out, and it's a, especially by, creators that I've already played their games before, and I love their games.
Yeah,
And we already know that No Man's Sky can fill in a fucking multiple galaxies that are, infinitely. You'll never discover them all.
yeah,
What can they do on one planet?
yeah.
Like a 1-to-1. And we've had, oh, you can go around an entire planet, but it's never a 1-to-1 scale of our actual Earth. It's never been,
Right,
hasn't really been
right,
done.
right.
And I'm like, yes, do it. I want it. And it's supposed to come out this year. I'm excited. I'm giddy. I'm
Oh,
gonna
is it
buy it.
coming out this year?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even
It's
realize that.
supposed
I
to
thought
be in
it
the
was going to be
lineup.
next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'll need to double check because what I've read, it said it was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, geez, now there's three games like I really want to play this year then. It's like that one, Wayward Realms, and then there's another game that's also an open world game. Now it's, I wouldn't say the game's supposed to be like huge, huge, but it's still pretty decent size. World of Ontaria, which that's a top-down 2D game. Of course, Wayward Realms will be a 3D game, just like um you know, the
Okay.
other Elder Scrolls games. My mind's not working.
So never mind. They have yet to say release date. Everyone's thinking it's supposed to have been late last year, but it had it didn't come out. So people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
thinking it's going to come out in August of this year because that's the 10th year anniversary of No Man's Sky.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Hmm.
Yeah, 10 years, man.
I
Dude,
guess No Man's Sky is a little older than I always remember it being, but
I was playing with my buddy Michael, and I mean, I went wherever he was. I don't even know where. And we were traveling, trying to do certain things, find a certain solar system. And it turns out he couldn't see it because he didn't do a certain mission, which kind of like, we kind of wasted a lot of fuel. Mm. But oh well, I know how to dupe in the game, and that's another thing I love about the creators is there's a duping way to make dupe items,
Hmm.
and they never patched it. They don't care. They allow people to dupe and don't care because they also set up the system, and I hope they do it with this one because it's kind of cool. Whereas, say, me and you are playing the game, but you want it more difficult than I do. We play at our own separate difficulties, but still together.
Really?
Yeah, because in No Man's Sky, you can make it to where your fuel costs nothing, this and that. You're basically in creative mode or whatever, while you're playing with someone who's in more of a hardcore survival.
Yeah. Well, I knew you could change those things. I guess I've never played multiplayer, so I just never realized that you could do two different difficulty. It just never crossed my mind. So,
Yeah, I've tested a few times, and I love that. So I hope they keep that in Light No Fire. Um,
hmm.
but I was going jumping, and I came across the galaxy that I had already discovered. I'm like, holy shit! So I looked in so since I was in my freighter, I went to my star map and looked. I had discovered every single planet in the universe 5 years ago. I'm like,
Jeez.
oh wait, holy shit! I was like, oh wow. And then I started from there, of course, because somehow we jumped like I think it was like somewhere around like 50 or so times. And somehow I managed to go into areas that I hadn't been into in 5 years, which that was so freaking cool to see. And then, of course, running to planets that were discovered like day one of the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is cool. I love that. It's the tiny things that I really fucking love in games.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this before, but I was back when I was talking about Cyberpunk the past like billion 3 episodes or whatever. But like there's small details and things. Like there's a mission where a guy, his name is Tool, was watching a BD, which BDs are holographic things where you can go into and you can actually feel what the BD scroller felt.
Yeah.
So if you do a sexual BD, you actually feel like you're actually having sex. That's what a lot of people use them. But he's watching a BD of his favorite BD star, Lena, and a power shortage happened in Dogtown, and it caused him. It's a rare situation thing to happen, but it caused him to think he was Lena, had all her memories from how she acted and mannerisms from the BDs. And his buddy has the idea to have you go get Lena and convince her to come do a film because his BD store is failing. And you can give him a script based on some stuff that Tool wrote about Lena in his life, to snap him out of it to bring him back, or you can actually play along with it. And the second playthrough that I did that mission, I played along with it
Yeah.
and had her tell Tool that he was her long lost sister. And when you play into it, I was, and then went off and I did another mission that was about this prisoner who was this murderer. He was getting released, but he agreed with this studio to scroll a BD because he found God in prison. He became a Christian of him being crucified to waken people up to Christianity. And if you go along with the mission, you end up actually being the one while you're saying your character is saying scripture, nailing him to the cross.
Oh, yeah. You know
I'm
what?
like,
That actually rings a bell. I think I vaguely remember my sister mentioning that at one point. So,
oh, and it's a weird mission because like you push the button. First time I just killed him for the guy that hired me to do it.
Yeah.
Either way, the guy that hires you is gonna die. It's scripted. You cannot save him. But I didn't know that he was gonna die, and I shot the cop. I didn't see that the cop shoots him first with a quick draw. And then
Yeah.
I went around the thing and killed the prisoner, and I looked over. Oh shit, the dude's dead. What the fuck? Oh well. Anywho, ba la 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 la. Well, I learned that there's actually a special mission if you don't kill him. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to try this now with my next character. And I heard, I know, I had slightly got slightly spoiled to me that it was some kind of crucifixion thing. I'm like, but I didn't know how the whole aspect of you're the one hammering them in and shit and saying the description. It's fucking creepy. And you push a button and the cross lifts up and you actually sit there and watch him slowly die, being crucified while this network is scrolling a BD of it.
Yeah.
And but if you done that mission before at quick enough or before you do the Tool and Lena missions, which if you have Tool still think he's Lena's sister, they changed the name to Toolina. Yeah, it's fucking
Huh.
hilarious. But you'll get a text message on your phone. You'll get a text message from the studio saying the chick that you were doing the mission with for the studio that she was approached by these two people, Toolina and Lena, about that they know you and this and that, and you can respond with, "Yeah, I know them. They're great." Blah blah blah. Like you get to react, and then they talk, and you get message from the Tool and Toolina fan club of things that Tool and Toolina is about to do. Like they left Dogtown, moved into Night City and this and that. So it's a lot of uh little bits and pieces like Lena will text you and ask you like about something, you tell her, "Oh yeah, I know a perfect little clothes place." And if you've done a mission with this one little clothing store, which is save the guy from a cyber cycle attack while you're in there, you can tell her, "Yeah, this one over here, they make amazing clothes." And then you'll get a message from the Tolina Lena fan club about them talking about how they're going get new drip, that they love their new drip, thanks to their one of their great friends for mentioning the place. I'm like, this all keeps connecting. I'm like, I love that. Like I said, small things like that really makes a game.
Yeah.
Like your best friend in the beginning of the game, Jackie, dies. It's scripted. You can't save him at the end of Act One. After a certain long in the game, you can call his phone and you'll leave messages on his voicemail, like people do when they're even up to
Completely.
the end of the game where you actually can tell him that this might be your last mission. You're probably gonna die. That you miss him, and this all this crap. And it's like, holy crap! I love small details.
Yeah.
I can speak on small details in video games all fucking day long. Like people's always like, oh, the big fights. It's the little choices that matter to me the most
Yeah.
in games. Like
No, I
Skyrim's a good
agree. I like small details too.
like Elder Scrolls is a good one. Like there's small little side story that you can read about or experience this or that.
Yeah.
And it just builds a world. It coherently connects it. Like yeah, and also like the killing the Parthenax thing. Like in the end, the choice doesn't matter. Like if you kill them or not, it doesn't do anything big, the game.
Yeah.
But it feels for your character. Like, do you care enough about what the Blades think to kill Parthenax, who has been punishing himself for all the horrible things he's done? Or do you just fucking hate dragons that much? You just want to slaughter them all
Yeah.
and agree with the Blades that dragons are horrible. Like, I love it. So, like, I'm really going to be paying attention to some games that are getting ready to play on how they do it. Like, like in the Digimon game, they have it, nods and little hints and tit and little things to like older games that are in this storyline. It make me happy. I don't know why. I'm going on a ranging here.
Oh, you're good. I'm just letting you go. So I've kind of developed this. I mean, it's probably just I'll probably get bored of it after another week or so, I'm sure, but because that's just how I am with stuff. But I've kind of developed a weird addiction to watching uh like TikTok live stream selling stores. I guess it's shops. Yeah. Particularly the t-shirt ones. So,
Ah,
and I don't even know how it got started. It just sort of randomly I guess I was tired or something one night and
yeah.
just started watching one. And the they do this thing. Well, I don't know if all stores do it, but the ones I've been watching, um, the sellers on there kind of do this thing where they in a way they kind of manipulate you a little bit, like they'll talk to you, on the
Yeah.
stream, like you're chatting with them, if you'll chat with them. Obviously some people in the chat don't say anything, they're just watching.
Yeah.
But for the people that will chat with them, they kind of do this thing where they're trying to make you feel like you're getting to know each other a little bit, and then you feel more compelled to buy a shirt or something. You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
and
I've
they'll even
interacted with
like,
this creator.
yeah.
They like me. I'm gonna give them money.
Oh yeah. Like, oh, I'll buy this shirt. Like normally I probably wouldn't have bought a shirt, from this had to be this particular store, but I kind of want a new shirt, or I like this shirt anyway because like I watch one store I look at. I mean, different stores do different things, but this store, is it Nago Tees, I think it's called.
All right.
And the way they work is they rotate through three different streamers. One typically does it at night. Jordan, his name is, and then in the morning, Simon does it in the morning. And I every time I've learned the girl's name that does it in the middle of the day, I cannot remember her name. I always forget it. But they're all Vietnamese, so like I think she had a Vietnamese name if I remember correctly, and I couldn't remember it. But the one I watch the most by default is Jordan because he streams like when I'm at work and
Yeah.
awake, and so I watch him the most. And sometimes I'll catch Simon's stream though on in the morning because it's toward the end of my shift. And but yeah, it's like you really do feel that way. You kind of feel like, oh, like I should buy a shirt from her or from him because they're my favorite. And apparently Jordan explained it on there one day where he said that if you buy directly from that streamer, the company that they work for, if they sell so many, well, in their cases it's shirts, but whatever the product is,
It sells so many
uh,
product. Yeah.
yeah, they get a bonus, like an extra commission for that, and if they sell so many, so
Yeah. It's about like
and
my wife at work. If they sell so many protection plans, insurance plans for
yeah.
items, they get a commission for being the one who sells the most.
Yeah, it kind of, I suppose companies do that because it encourages you to try to talk people into buying stuff. And, but yeah, so it's no exception here where they're just, obviously they don't want you just, the streamer just sitting there not really actively trying to sell stuff. They want
Yeah.
them to try to get them to make some sales because that's kind
It's
of the whole point.
incentive.
Yeah.
It's an incentive.
And then there's one, I believe it's called T Rex because he's Vietnamese too. I don't know how all these streamers wind up being Vietnamese, but it just kind of happened that way. But his English name, like most Asian people, they have like their name from whatever country they're from, and then they also have an English name too. But his English name is Rex, and so he just called his store T Rex. And
Oh, classy.
yeah, but he told me his Vietnamese name on there though, so because we were chatting a little bit because his stream is not quite as popular as the other one. The other one they have like well over like 200 people on there, so like you could say some stuff on there, but like you're not gonna get quite as noticed. But with him, like me and him at one point, it was literally I was like the only one on there, and me and him were literally just chatting with each other. And but I didn't buy anything. So, and it takes people, yeah, it takes a lot to talk me into buying something. Like I do not feel like easily compelled to just purchase something, but I could definitely tell when talking to them that it does create that feeling where you feel compelled to do that, like kind of like what Jordan was saying with them getting the extra bonus or whatever. So like if he's like your favorite streamer or whatever, then you might be like, oh well, I'm gonna buy a shirt only when he's streaming because I want to help him out, sort of thing. So and maybe
Yeah.
someone else is your favorite, but like with him, he's the only one on there. He said he gets on there like every day for like several hours, and I was like, geez. And but I guess if that's how he's making money, I suppose it's just like working a full-time job, I suppose. And but yeah, it's kind of I think it finally clicked in my head the other day why I think I like these watching these. Like I said, it'll probably fade away after a week or so. But when I was a kid on TV, they had like this local channel here in Russellville that would live it would well, I say live stream, but it aired live. And they basically auctioned off items like there that they would
Yeah,
purchase these products. Yeah.
they're on almost every channel has like
Yeah.
some kind of late night thing
And
you'd
we
catch or
never
early morning.
yeah, me and my family never bought any of the stuff on there, or at least I don't recall my mom ever purchasing anything on there. If she did, I don't remember it. But we for some reason it was entertaining to watch. It was like a Friday night. It was on Friday nights they would usually air it because I don't think they could afford to do it every night because they had to pay like for so much airtime or whatever. And
Yeah.
but it was like sometimes if you're just sitting around bored with nothing to do, which I often was when I was a preteen, you eventually run out of things to do. And so I would actually be semi entertained from watching this like auction off show. And so you make a purchase, of course at that time you would purchase it through the phone, and then you just drive down there to go pick it up. And but yeah, that's how and so I think when I started watching these, it kind of created this weird nostalgia for this that I
Yeah.
didn't even realize I had. And so now, like I said, eventually it'll probably wear off and I'll move on from it. But yeah, but it's just like I'm enjoying the ride while I have it. But yeah, so that's my
Yeah, it's
strange addiction. So
yeah, it's kind of like me with, watching car stuff on YouTube. This all stems from Top Gear. Um, but with that being said, it's time for us to say goodbye for this episode. And let's see here. Comment down below if you have a game that you're excited for. What's your weird addiction of the week?
of the week, yeah.
Uh, yeah, I guess those are the only two things I care about. Um, anyways, with that being said, comment, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Welcome to the city where chaos thrives. Kevin and Eric keep people alive. Random talks and stories collide. Bar City Anthem, let's take a ride. Bar City, the place to be. Laughs and madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show. Guitars, drum and synths ignite. Jokes and banter, morning or night. From the weird to the totally bizarre. Bar City legends shining like a star. Bar City, the place to be. Laughs and madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show. madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show. Eric drops a pun, Kevin rolls his eyes. Stories take off, reaching skies. They'll talk about